I got a nice little treat for you today, and it involves the 2006 Bionicle Titans. A new collab just dropped that takes those sets and it revamps them. We got everything from Axonn and Brutaka to Vezon and Fenrakk. The builders in today's episode have breathed new life into these designs, and some of them are frickin' sick. So come with me, let's check these out. We're going to kick it off with a breathtaking revamp of Vezon and Fenrakk. This is made by DVMox. First off, the edit on this image. You're standing over a river of lava, the smog in the air. Oh, that's so cool. Here's a side-by-side with the original set and the revamp. DVMox has outdone themselves once again, finding new ways of restyling each area. The face, for example. It's still got those scary-looking fangs, only now they're made up of the ribcage piece that appeared on some of the 2008 Makuta sets. A set like Chirox, for example. That is a clever part use. And the same can be said for the head. Taking two of these Spinax headpieces, flipping them on their side, turning them around, and then you shove a few Baraki eyes in the back and you've got yourself such a good head. It looks a lot like a spider, doesn't it? And come to think of it, I think this is the first time I've seen a revamp of Fenrakk that actually really leans into the spider vibes. A lot of people really focus on the very Lovecraftian appearance of this character, which is great because that's one of the best parts about him. But he is meant to be a giant spider, a freaky spider, you know? So this whole head, the multiple eyes, that entire design works so well. And it's not really something I've seen before. I also appreciate the efforts to armor up Fenrakk even more, giving him a lot of gunmetal pieces. I mean, come on, an armored giant spider that resides in a hell-like landscape? That is terrifying. But using these blaster pieces from a Star Wars Ultra Build set, that is really cool. That piece just slots into the rest of the leg design so seamlessly. It's a really good part. Now we've been focusing on Fenrakk, but Vezon is equally impressive. Because now he's sporting a few bits of sand blue armor. Nice. That's such an excellent way of taking the silver and the black color scheme that he originally had and just making it a bit more eye-catching. Oh, and it is great to see this printed armor shell right here. This came on the set Jango Fett. I think this is one of the best pieces from that entire wave of sets. The print fits this Mandalorian armor, but it also looks good as a more medieval style armor piece. It can look good in so many contexts. That's great. If you don't own this piece, I highly recommend tracking it down. Plus, it's sand blue. Such a good color. Well done, DV. This is awesome. I'm loving this Irnakk revamp by Peter Shaker. A brand new color scheme, purple, gold, and white. Fantastic. Gold and purple especially, they look so nice together. The original colors on the original set, they are a tad all over the place, which is kind of what you would expect. Remember, Irnakk is a combiner model taking 3 sets and merging them into one. They did the best they could with all of the pieces that were available to them, but I think this new direction is just nice. There's one section on the purple armor here that I find stunning. It's the legs. You can see this piece down here kind of covering up the knee. There is that bar connection up top, but that little bit is being tucked away inside the empty space on this piece. Putting those two parts together, you create this incredibly compact design. The shaping here is wonderful. I looked into where you can get these two pieces in purple, and turns out they're not that common. Both of them only appear in one set in purple. The kind of, I guess you call it a flag element, that comes in an old DC set. It's on the sides of Lex Luthor's mech. And then this other element, it only comes in purple in a Nexonites set. I always find it super interesting to learn about these exotic recolors that are kind of uncommon. This arm design's pretty good too. Going for quite a skeletal look, using these tail pieces in white to create that exposed bone. Yeah, nice thinking. And look at that, the little appendages that come out of the back of the mask. On the original set, these were just tucked away on the back. But here, they've become an extra set of little hands, and these hands are grabbing onto these spectacles. It's a little nifty design, taking some of these rubber tires that would have appeared in, say, scooters and Vespers, that kind of stuff, and using that for the rims of the glasses. This is quite creative. Lovely to see so much more personality on this guy. Over to Bionicles and his revamp of Brutaka. So this mock asks the question, what would Brutaka look like if he was made using CCBS armor shells? Well, the answer is he'd look amazing. I'm so impressed with this face. It captures the same, rough shape of the original, but it spices it up quite nicely. And the fact that it's mainly just using these pieces, these kind of armor shells that appeared in Chima Ultra build sets, I think they also came on a Kimu and a couple other sets as well. It's very impressive. I love seeing custom brick-built masks. It's a great alternative if you want to own this mask, but you don't have any money to buy it. Just build it with other pieces. We also have this leg design down below. It's making use of an old dragon head. The dark blue one specifically was used as a jaw on this quite large Vikings dragon. But yeah, merging it with a Rakshi head up top, that's so smooth, it's so sleek. This is a really cool design. And this is a sick foot design. A foot design that is reminiscent of the original. Just a little bit different, a little bit more fancy. And we've got these pieces. They've been cropping up in a ton of Ninjago sets, especially recently. And there's something about them that's so Bionicle coded. They look incredible on any Bionicle creation. So go do that. Buy some Ninjago sets, use the pieces in your mocks. It always looks nice. It is also always nice to see some G2 Tahu blades. I frickin' love that piece. And how good does it look when you use that trans green flame piece in the center? And actually, just putting 4 of these together like this, it creates quite a sizable weapon. That looks really good. But we cannot have Brutaka without his best mate, Axonn. This revamp is made by Rick Bionicle Mox. Now, Axonn is a large bearded man. That's an interesting take. I do quite like this beard. Spamming all of these invasion from below spike pieces to form hair, quite clever. He's also got some little kind of sandals on his feet. It's not every day you see sandals on a mock. And it's not every day that you see posable toes. I want to say this is the first time I've seen that, I think. This technique is essentially the same design that was used for the fingers on Toa Matanui. Those ratchet pieces, dude, they're good pieces. And we can see the same technique used for the fingers up here. I think that's just kind of something you have to do if you're revamping Axonn. You need to give him big, posable fingers. That was like the main feature of the original set. Yeah, sure, you don't have to go as big as the original, but if you don't have posable fingers, I don't know, man. It just won't be Axonn. And finally, let's round this off with a revamp of Umbra. Care Creations has built this one. So a new color scheme. Pretty much all black with little subtle hints of red. The idea for this revamp is that this is some kind of state-of-the-art defense technology. I guess like a secret government special ops robot. That's fun. You know, with these fins on his shoulders, the jet engines, the sense of speed, the overall sleek design. He looks like some kind of stealth bomber. You know, like those Blackbird planes. I mean, he even has giant missiles for his weapons. He's just holding them. That's kind of badass. It's a very different take for Umbra, but it still kind of fits in. You know, he's always had those speedy vibes. This is just a different way of showcasing that, and it works. I've seen like a couple people also say that the original colors on the set were too much. This all black color scheme, well, it is stylish. Big fan of the legs. Making use of these shin armor elements that came on a Star Wars Ultra build set. Well, not just one, it came on heaps of them. I like how the very top part of this piece, the kind of knee area on this element, that's been flipped around and it's now kind of like the foot on the bottom of the leg. This piece almost looks better when you flip it around. And in general, this piece and many of the other CCBS armor shells, they got that really smooth texture to them. And I think visually that really fits in with the speedy vibes that we were talking about before. I like it. But I like all these revamps. It's great to see a lot of love for the 2006 Bionicle Titans. Some good characters and some even better redesigns. Well done. If you want to see more from all of these fantastic builders, be sure to take a look at the links below. Thanks for watching guys, happy building, and bye for now. " 2006 was also the year that the light-up minifigures were discontinued. Rest in peace.